Friday, February 13th, and you're watching the Hammer Daily here on the Hammer Betting Network, presented by our good friends over at FanDuel. I'm your host for today, Jason Cooper, and behind the board, we got Jacob Gramegna on his last show here, not on the network, but here on the channel.
As producer.
Last show here on the channel as producer. Yeah. Well, maybe he'll fill in once or twice, but Jacob officially not leaving us here on the network. Don't worry, he'll still be hosting Circles Off, but we're just going to be handing off some producer roles. So, Jacob.
It just means that I'm going to be busier in other parts of the Hammer.
Yes.
So look out for that.
We just don't get your basketball insight on a day-to-day basis. Instead, we're going to have to bring you on as a guest. Excited for the first guest spot for Jacob. And speaking of our guests, we have two great guests today. Batting leadoff. We got Nick Giffen, a.k.a. Rotodoc. Coming here, talking on the Daytona 500. Excited to get into that with him. I want to say TQ, or maybe it was Derek in the chat yesterday, asking if we're going to be covering Daytona 500. Yes, we are. We will be. Don't you worry about it. And then Kirk, our favorite little former frat boy, joined the show as well. Talk some NBA All-Star Weekend. Discuss a couple futures. And then he's kind of threw me a curveball this morning. He's like, hey, let's talk about the unrivaled 1v1 tourney. It's a women's one-on-one tournament. Seems like interesting stuff. They have tons of markets out there at FanDuel. So we're going to talk through it. He says he has not a lot of bets, but more bets on that than he does the All-Star game. So we'll get into all that and more. Quickly, before we get into the show today, just want to quickly remind you guys, if you're not in our Discord, you're absolutely missing out. We have nearly 1,800 members, and it's absolutely cooking. It's a place to chat during the game. Our creators are sharing banger bets, and so is our Hammer audience. Join us at discord.gg/hammer and see what you've been missing out on. All right. Look at that. A little bit of love in the chat coming from TQ for Jacob. Well deserved.
I don't know if I wouldn't call it a promotion or anything. I don't know.
We're just changing up the structure. It's nothing crazy. Yeah.
I'm just busier in other spots now.
Okay. Can you tease what's coming up? Because I know we've been talking about it behind the scenes. I don't want you to give anything away if you don't want to.
I can give stuff away. My role is instead of being dipping a little bit in everything, we're just going to completely focus myself on Circles Off on that channel.
Do you have any content plans coming up that maybe?
Yeah, there are new content plans. Nothing is set in stone here, but we are going to Monday circle back. We'll see some, we're going to keep some of that mostly the same. Yeah. It's a winning formula. Wednesdays, we're going to try and step up and do a little bit more with the videos that we've been dropping. And there's something new coming on Fridays for sure.
Can you drop the name or no? I just love the name.
It's not 100%
not set in stone. I came up with that name. We bounced around a couple ideas in the chat, and I think
there's a lot of the Hammer that was named by myself. Not to pat myself on the back. Or anything,
before we bring on our next guest, Nick here, our first guest, Nick, in just a second. Circle back. You're talking about the Circles. Give us a preview. People, of course,
for today's Circle Back.
Yeah, came out 8 a.m. Eastern time.
8 a.m. this morning. Another great show. We had Isaac Rose Berman as the fourth for myself, Mike, Mr. Peanut Butter, and Joey Knish. Lead off topic, we talked about the Jeff Nadeau tweet where he was confused. Isaac is a quote-unquote pro gambler, as Nadeau kind of mugged him off with. But he advocates for responsible gaming and tells people sometimes never tells anyone not to bet. Yeah. He just says you need to be aware of what's going on. So we talk about that. We talk about GRP wins, cashing out his Hornets futures. Was that the right call from GRP? We'll see what everyone had to say there. And a whole lot of other fun stuff. You should go check it out on the Circles Up channel right after this show is done.
Absolute pro with the plug there. Good stuff, Jacob. All right. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's get into the show. We got our first guest coming on. We're going to talk a little bit Daytona 500. Nick Giffen, a.k.a. Rotodoc. He's a predictive analyst over at the Action Network. Nick, how's it going?
Doing great. Excited for another NASCAR season. Off season just felt like it dragged on forever. So good to be back getting those engines going.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you on the show. First time here on the show as well. I saw you laughing in the background about the GRP stuff. Do you have an opinion on that there? Talk us through it.
No opinion there, but I did feel like GRP the other day betting on Cody Ware to win the Daytona 500 at 500 to 1. That might be my most GRP moment of all time.
Okay, Cody. Well, hey, 500 to 1. At least on FanDuel, you got some good. We'll call it CLV because it's not closed just yet, but 125 to 1 right now. So
Isaac always says if it's 300 to 1 or better, and you could see it happening, it has to be plus EV, right?
All right. Yeah. All right. Excited to get into NASCAR and Daytona 500 with you today. Before we get into things, like, tell us a little bit about the track of Daytona 500. If there's a certain driver you look for, if there's a certain car that succeeds on here. Listen, I'm very green to NASCAR. I'm trying to get into it. I'm gonna be getting into it when I'm firing off some props that you sent to us before the show. Talk to us a little bit about the track and like the type of driver that you can see winning.
Yeah, so the Daytona 500 is super unique. It's one of the 3 what we call drafting tracks, and one of the 2 big drafting tracks, the other being Talladega. And NASCAR has special rules to restrict the engines and create aerodynamics that create a lot of drag so that it blows a huge hole in the air and you get this huge draft. So everybody runs in one big track or one big pack around this 2.5-mile track. It's highly banked, but it's kind of narrow. So when you have all 41 cars just bunched together, it creates chaos. Anybody can pass each other at any moment, and one wrong move and 15 cars can be wiped out. So Daytona is pure chaos. And so when you're asking, is there one type of driver or car that can win here? Not really. Anybody can win here. That's the whole thing with Cody Ware. Like you're saying, if you could see it happening, it could happen. I mean, Jimmy Johnson had been retired, comes back to the Daytona 500 and finished 3rd last year because he happened to be in the right spot when the crash happened in front of him, and he just drove through it all and finished 3rd. So it's anybody can win. And that's why even the favorites here in this race are like 10-1, 12-1, because it's so hard. But there still are favorites for a reason. The Fords tend to be really strong, and you tend to have really good super speedway drivers like Joey Logano, William Byron, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney. Those will tend to be the guys we see win this race more often than not. But at the same time, it's pure chaos. Anybody can win. Yeah.
When you tend to bet on this stuff, obviously you have your outrights here. Do you also dip into like the top 5, top 10, top 3 markets, manufacturer? We'll get into those in just a second. Talk us through, though. We're looking at the big board right now. We're looking at the outrights. You sent us a couple of outrights. Talk us through who you like to win and tell us a little bit why.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of my outrights didn't even qualify for the race, but it's a good thing at FanDuel, right? They void your bet if he doesn't start the race. Okay. So the other being Ryan Preece, he's 22-1 at FanDuel. There is 25s out there, maybe even a 30 or a 35. I would definitely shop for those. My model had him exactly 22-1 as fair, so definitely shop around for this. But Ryan Preece, he won the season opening exhibition race for his first ever win at the top level of NASCAR. Now it doesn't count as official win because it was an exhibition race, but he runs for Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing, which is partly owned by Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski, one of the dominant super speedway racers of all time. That team works so well together. They push really well in the draft, and you want to be able to push because that means you can push to the front. And once you get to the front, all you have to do is pass those last couple cars using the draft and getting some drafting help yourself. And Ryan Preece has very good record at Daytona. Actually finished 2nd at one of the drafting races last year, but got disqualified. However, he did cross the line 2nd. And he's had a couple other top 5, top 6 finishes here. So 25-1, just a little bit too long. Like I said, I have about 22-1 fair on him.
All right, Ryan Preece, 22-1, 22-1 is the fair. Shop around because you mentioned there's better prices out there. We always preach to shop around. It is 22-1 on FanDuel, though. Any other Corey LaJoie is the one who didn't qualify, right?
Yeah,
that's
Corey
the one
LaJoie
who missed. Okay,
qualify.
All right. So we'll skip over that one. You wanted to talk a little bit about Front Row Motorsports and their teammates to land in the top 10. So talk us through those as well.
Yeah, the odds moved a little bit overnight because we had the dual qualifiers, but all 3 of the Front Row Motorsports drivers that did make the race, Chandler Smith did not make the race, one of the other not qualified cars. But Todd Gilliland, Noah Gragson, and Zane Smith are all 4-1 or longer. Zane Smith plus 460, Gragson plus 470 for a top 10 finish. I have all of these drivers above 25%, which is 3-1 as fair value, right? So Front Row Motorsports is an affiliate. I should say they kind of have like a working technical alliance with Team Penske, which is the Joey Logano's, the Ryan Blaney's, the Austin Cindric's that tend to dominate these races. So you'll see them working together at various points. And when you're working together with Joey Logano's and Ryan Blaney's, NASCAR champions, that is going to put you in position to run up front. And in fact, Noah Gragson has come close to winning these races before. He crashed out famously at Talladega, battling for the lead with Ross Chastain on a late restart with 2 laps to go. And Todd Gilliland has led multiple laps in 6 of the last 12 big drafting track races. So he can get himself to the front, let alone the top 10. Todd Gilliland was in position to potentially win the 2022 Daytona 500, but got caught in a wreck in front of him with 10 laps to go. So these drivers, and Zane Smith as well, all three of them have the ability to finish inside the top 10 with the strong equipment with that Penske Technical Alliance.
Todd Gilliland plus 400, Zane Smith plus 460, Noah Gragson plus 470, available at FanDuel. I got a kind of question for you, a little off the script that we have here, but how do you sort of adjust? Like, this is the first race, you have the qualifiers, so you have that information, but how do you adjust with teams sort of making changes in the offseason? How do you adjust to, like, whether it be like technology improving or like maybe a car finds a certain edge that other manufacturers don't know about? How quickly can you pick up on that, and how do you adjust for that?
Yeah, it's you can pick up on it really quickly, but it's much easier to do at the non-drafting tracks where the driver skill and the car really come into play. And the drafting tracks, everybody's equal, essentially. Now, Chevy did introduce a new body style of their car over the offseason. So that's a major change. We'll have to keep an eye on the Chevys. And we did see they qualified a lot better. So just in a straight line, or I shouldn't say in a straight line, but, by themselves with no drafting help, Chevy was much faster at these drafting tracks than they were last year. So that's interesting to note, because Kyle Busch in a Chevy won the pole, whereas Ford has been dominating the pole positions at these drafting track races for the past few years. So that's important to note, but also there's a couple drivers that have changed teams. And I mentioned Cody Ware. The reason I really like him is because he moved from Ford to Chevy. So he gets the new Chevy body, and he has a technical alliance with Richard Childress Racing, which is the owner of the car of Kyle Busch, who is on the pole. Cody Ware qualified mid-pack in the preseason Clash exhibition, and he qualified mid-pack here. So he is no longer a back marker car. He is now a back half mid-pack car, which, if you look at the other drivers priced in that range, are the guys I just talked about, your Todd Gillilands, your Noah Gregsons. So I think he could be, a little underpriced for the top 10 market as well. I see 7-1 at FanDuel. I love that. My model has him a little bit shorter than 6-1 is fair. So that's one of those off-season changes that you can just take into account right here at Daytona.
All right, Cody Ware plus 700 is available at that top 10 number. You want to also talk about the team of the winning driver. We talked about Front Row Motorsports. Seems like you like them here. Is that you still like them at this price? I believe I'm just trying to figure out where it is. Talk us through the team of winning driver here.
Yeah, so Front Row Motorsports is now 25-1. They were 22-1, but then Chandler Smith did not qualify. But that's okay because I have Noah Gragson at 2.25% to win. I have Zane Smith a little more than 2% to win, and I have Todd Gilliland a shade under 3% to win. So that all combined is just over 7%. Now I'm not talking I think they're going to win, right? I'm talking 7%, but you're getting 25-1. So this is good value here. And that's the thing about betting super speedways, especially the chaos super speedway races like Daytona and the Daytona playoff cutoff race, which this year won't be that anymore. But those races tend to create massive chaos because every driver wants to win the Daytona 500. Every driver wants to make the playoffs. So winning you're in the old system that we had caused absolute chaos in the second Daytona race of the year as well. So over 40% of the cars crash out in these Daytona races. So it could be anybody. And, the best cars will crash out only around 35%, the worst around 55%. So that means predicting this race is nearly impossible. We're just trying to find value. And that tends to be the long shots at super speedways, and Front Row Motorsports presents that long shot value because, like I said, they have that technical alliance with Team Penske, and the Fords have been the best lately at the drafting tracks. All
right. Fords have been the best. So just sort of off script here, winning manufacturer race, would you throw a dart at Ford at plus 170? Or is this like sort of the type of race where you don't want to like throw a dart at a plus 170 or like a minus 110? Like you want to look towards the back of the board here or look towards some higher odds because of the chaos that can happen?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Like I don't mind mixing in some of these, three-way markets like or head-to-heads. When you get I'm just going to look here at FanDuel, Carson Hocevar versus Connor Zilic. Both of those are in the minus numbers, but if you get two drivers of relatively equal equipment, and one is like plus 130, plus 140, which was actually offered last night for the duels with Kyle Larson being plus 140 versus Denny Hamlin. Kyle Larson won. And all of a sudden, that's great value. It should be maybe plus 105 as fair value. When one driver is better than the other, everything is so equal here that it still should just be like plus 105, plus 110 at the longest. So if you're finding significant plus odds on head-to-heads, that's good. And also in this manufacturer market, I'm totally fine taking top four, or Ford is the winning manufacturer, plus 170, because I have them as the strongest manufacturer. I have Ryan Blaney, number 1, Joey Logano, number 2, Austin Cindric, number 3 in my expected win probability. And those are all Fords. Ryan Preece, number 5, Chris Buescher, number 6, right? Those are five of the top 6 I have are Fords. So yeah, I like Ford plus 170.
All right. Let's talk about top Toyota and top Chevy, because you have 2 bets for us here for those respective categories. Tyler Reddick, top Toyota, plus 950. Why do you like him to be the top Toyota driver?
Yeah, he's now 650 at FanDuel,
okay.
but if you can find a 950 or a 10, he was 950 last night at FanDuel. Definitely shop around. He actually led his dual race late, but Tyler Reddick is an aggressive driver. He knows how to handle the draft. He's won a drafting track race before. He's come very close to winning other drafting track races. So it's just a numbers game, right? I mean, you only have, I think it's 11 Toyotas in the field, 10 Toyotas in the field. So if everybody had an equal shot, they'd all be 9-1. And Tyler Reddick, it should be better than average. So if you're getting a 9.5, he should be better than the average Toyota. Then that's value right there. I do think John Hunter Nemechek, I'm looking at FanDuel here, 17-1. He has the best average finish among all the drivers at Daytona. Okay. Now I know it's not a lot of starts. It's only like 3 or 4 starts, but the whole idea is he somehow avoids the wrecks. He's able to run towards the front. He was running towards the front in his duel last night. So he should probably be around that average Toyota of 9-1 is fair or so, but he's 17-1. So if you don't have Reddick longer than 9-1, get John Hunter Nemechek at 17.
All right, John Hunter Nemechek, 17. What a great name! I need a shirt with his name on it. That's I also missed opportunity. Me and Jacob love wearing our NASCAR shirts here on the show. And we didn't wear them today. Like what are we doing here? That was a missed opportunity on our parts.
I didn't know.
Someone
should have told me.
I should have told you, honestly. Anyways, yeah, so John Hunter Nemechek, top Toyota, and then Tyler Reddick, like you mentioned, if you can find the plus 900. You also like someone to win the top Chevrolet, Ross Chastain, top Chevy, 18-1. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, 18-1. He's 16-1 now. I'm totally fine with that. Ross Chastain, just another aggressive driver. And I think you want aggressive drivers because they're going to seek their way to the front. They also could be caught up in absolute calamity. I mean, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is a perfect example. He either finishes inside the top 3 or 5 or he wrecks out pretty much every Daytona race. So Ross Chastain's another driver that's like that. And, you know, he has won a super speedway race before at Talladega, just extremely aggressive. And we have the new Chevy body, which of course applies to all these Chevys, but maybe his team Trackhouse gets a handle on it or something like that. So it's just one of those things where, again, the odds are just too long for a driver as talented as Ross Chastain, as aggressive as Ross Chastain in, a limited market of something like 18 or 20 cars.
Okay. All right. I love that. Chastain, 16-1, still available at FanDuel. I got to ask you, so your love of NASCAR, did this start and then you modeled it, or was it sort of you modeled it and then fell in love with it?
I grew up loving racing, IndyCar and NASCAR. The Indy 500, you can probably see all my cars stuff here, is my favorite race in the world. So I grew up in Virginia, right? So close to North Carolina, which is the home of NASCAR country. So I grew up loving it. And then in 2015, when NASCAR DFS started, I got my math PhD and I was like, I have to build a model for this. So built a model. It was a good model, but it only gave some just like average predictions. But at the time, that was all you needed in 2015 to be successful at NASCAR DFS. So then, sports betting became big, and so I built my model more and more and sophisticated it even more. So now, even this offseason, I just kept tweaking my model. One of my biggest overhauls of all time was this offseason, actually, with the advent of AI and helping you be able to code things really quickly. I've made some massive changes to my model, and I think it's super awesome this year.
That's awesome. Yeah, tinkering. Like, it's almost like your little car there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Playing my own engine there, but it's AI.
You're in the garage. Okay. I got to ask you this because this has been like I don't know if you've heard this debate on Circles Off. Johnny, former host of Circles Off, thinks that he can build an F1 car himself. Do you think you yourself on your own could build a NASCAR car?
Absolutely not. I don't know the first thing about cars. That's the funny thing. I love NASCAR. I love IndyCar. I couldn't tell you the first thing about
I don't
cars.
think he does either, but he thinks he's like his toxic trait is that he thinks he can just kind of do anything if he like puts his mind to it. So
I'm the toxic trait guy where I love like airplane stuff, so I think I could land a plane if the pilot passed out.
okay, you have a little flight simulator on the computer when you're not modeling, then, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I love it. I got to ask one more question. Those shoes behind you, give us the story behind that.
All right, so Kyle Kirkwood, who's the driver that I
Yeah.
have all my stuff here for, I bet him 25-1 to win his first career race at Long Beach. So I went to the race. He qualified on pole, his first career pole, and he won the race. So that was awesome. And he tweeted about it. Like I have my winning ticket here signed by him. So he tweeted out after, like, I won my first race and my biggest fan got to see it. And so then I went and bought these custom shoes that say Kirkwood on them because his car at the time was pink. It was AutoNation pink and white. So just had to buy those shoes. So I wore those to the race next year.
That's incredible. That's an awesome story there. Before you head out here, one last question. What is your do you have any traditions or superstitions around Friday the 13th? Because I know today's Friday the 13th. Some people in the chat are saying they're not betting today because they're afraid of anything. Are you like a superstitious person? Are you worried about Friday the 13th at all?
No, not at all. Not one bit. I don't really think I have many superstitions.
Okay.
But I know for the Indy 500, I'll probably be wearing the same shirt I wear every year. So that's about it.
All right. Okay. One more question here because I know. Does it bother you when you see you know how some people who love Metallica, they see someone wearing a Metallica shirt, they don't listen to Metallica, they get a little bothered by that. Are you bothered by us here who aren't the biggest fans of NASCAR, but we're trying to get into it, who have our little NASCAR shirts that we wear out?
Doesn't bother me one bit. I love it. I think that's great. I want more people to enjoy NASCAR or IndyCar. And Daytona 500 is the perfect race to get into it. You're going to just watch absolute chaos unfold, and you're going to be like, WTF, and I'm going to lose all my bets because we're betting on long shots here, and it's going to be awesome. So
all right,
I'm going to enjoy it.
Over, under, or I guess I honestly don't even know how it said this, but how many cars do you think finished the race?
On the lead lap, I will say under 17.5.
Okay, wow.
Out of 41.
Oh my God. All right, there's going to be a lot of chaos here then for sure. Appreciate you joining the show here, Nick. Actually, you know what? One question came in the chat. Cody Ware for Cup Championship, is that good?
No, absolutely not. This is mid-pack, 27th place car is not going to be winning the championship.
Okay. All right. Had to give a little shout out to can't even see his name there. MY. Anyways, appreciate you joining the show, Nick. We'll chat soon. We'll have you on for some more NASCAR stuff in the future.
Yeah, NASCAR, if college hoops, if anything like that.
You do college hoops? All right, good to know.
College hoops, NASCAR, NFL, and World Cup.
All right, perfect. All right, we're going to be bugging you then a little bit. Nick, appreciate you joining the show. We'll chat soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on.
Great stuff there from Nick. As always, check him out on Twitter. Link is in the description down below. Love NASCAR. Can't wait to get into it. Before we get into our next guest here, Kirk Evans, our favorite little frat boy. He's also not little. He's pretty big. Just got to give a quick shout out to our sponsors over at FanDuel. The Winter Games are here. FanDuel's ready for them because for every 4 years, winter sports take over. Curling matches that start slow and somehow get tense fast. Speed skating decided by inches. Hockey games that feel different from the opening faceoff and so much more. That's why betting the Winter Games on FanDuel makes sense for us here. From game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care about the most, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The Winter Games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas, affiliates Kansas Star Casino, 18 plus and present in DC, Kentucky, or Wyoming. Opt-in required. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/Chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Kirk, I bet the 307 on Penny for Con 3-point. I don't. Can Ecold, can someone translate what Ecold is saying for me in the chat here? What is he saying?
I think he's saying he's letting Kirk know that he bet the plus 307 on Sharp Book for Con Knipple to win the 3-point contest, I think.
All right. Interesting. You want to tell Kirk that, but you don't want to message me that. Interesting stuff.
So,
So Con Knipple to win is what we're saying. Charles Saul.
270 at FanDuel right now.
270 at FanDuel. Okay. All right. Charles Saul in the chat. Jason, as a Canadian, how concerned are you that the Czech who is aging poorly due to
the Czech win?
I'm confused by that.
I think
part.
Czechia's playing France in
Oh.
hockey right now.
Oh,
And
right now.
I guess it's 4-3 Czechia, so that's
Uh-oh.
not going very well for Czechia.
Oh man, I heard a great. I don't know if-
Hey, they won 5-0. What we supposed to be? Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? They should have beat them fucking 7-0. What? Come on.
They look great. They
Let's
look
be
great.
happy they won 5-0.
If only there was a way to like combine the Czech team and the Slovakia team, like
Go back.
they'd be incredible.
Shit, how many years? 35 plus years.
Yeah, it was the something.
Oh, let's go
divorce.
back further. Let's get Yugoslavia back for the Olympics, and
They would dominate.
They would dominate.
They
in a
would
lot
dominate,
of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh man,
Let's
All right.
not do that.
Yeah, no, of course not. There was a reason why they split up.
Are you superstitious about Friday the 13th? You asked Nick there.
No, but I actually have a friend who lives on the 13th floor, and I went to their apartment recently, and I'm like,
That's
what?
rare.
I was like, what the heck is this? I kind of feel it's also like an older building too, which I feel like is not feels like more common in newer buildings. I was a little jarred, thrown off by it. So I guess I'm a little superstitious, but no, Friday the 13th, no. I have two friends that are born on Friday the 13th, both brothers. Funnily enough. Crazy how that
Unlucky.
crazy how that works out. They're great guys, though. I'm telling you that much.
You know, in
They're great
Italy,
guys.
13 is a lucky number.
Exactly. They're Italian, so there we go.
Okay.
There we go. So it's lucky for
that's
us. It's only half lucky for me, though.
I'm not superstitious until a Toronto sports team is deep in the playoffs, and then no matter what, I'm not superstitious at all. But God forbid, I'm not tempting any fate whatsoever.
What's the craziest thing you've done to like try and either reverse a jinx or like I'm curious what the chat has to say about this as well. If you guys have ever done crazy stuff either at a live sporting event or like maybe worn the same underwear for every single game, not washed it.
I don't do that.
Something
That's nasty.
I've done. Yeah, that's gross. I was at a game 7 Leafs game. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I changed my socks. So my way of
No,
like
I don't do that.
I was trying to change up the vibe, so I literally swapped the socks on my feet, and I got all my friends to do it.
I don't do that. I mostly like I don't at all like I don't allow any early celebration. I don't allow any talk of like winning. Like you don't say anything. I don't. That's stuff that I don't like. Someone like if they win Game 6 and they win this year. Like no. Like we're not talking about this. Like one step at a time. Like I didn't want to have a big celebration plan for Game 6 of the World Series. So I'm like, I don't want to tempt fate here. Game 7, no matter what, it's the last game. So just be ready for that one.
Game 7, the people I was with, we were firing. We were firing because it was we thought we had it in the bag. I'm yelling out Vladdy MVP.
We knew we were close, but we never said like we're like it's right there. It's right there.
We're like, let's get shots. We got it. We got to close this out. Ended up losing. That was a tough time. Chat's bugging you a bit, saying you must have been losing your mind in Game 7. I was losing. Oh my God, I've never seen a quicker vibe.
It was just
than
devastation.
Yeah.
It wasn't really losing your mind.
But
Who
also
amongst us hasn't promised the world to the gods. That being a huge game. Yeah. You do try to reason with some sort of higher power when it comes to like England in the final of the Euros a couple years ago. Just you look for anything that will help you.
You preach to gambler, as our good friend Ian, who was on the show yesterday, mentions. Also, shout out to Ian giving us some curling bets that won. The other 2 bets lost, but that's okay. That's okay. Speed skating. I'm a big fan now. I know Charles is too. Probably watched that race, and he's like, I'm a big fan now.
So Charles Saul said, I went to the bathroom in Game 5, Panthers versus Cavs. Panthers scored to make it 3-1, stayed in the bathroom the rest of the game.
Wait, but the Panthers came back and won, though.
I wouldn't do that. Like,
that's crazy.
For some reason, that just doesn't click to me as like, this obviously doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like then someone say, oh, we're going to win this. That to me is blasphemous. Don't ever fucking say that again. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear if Kirk has any crazy superstitions he has, whether it be about betting or being a fandom of that stuff. Maybe some rituals that have rubbed off on him through his time as a frat boy over out in London. Man, now I'm just thinking about all the times I've had my heart broken by sports. There was one time, friend of the show, Judah Fortgang, came to Toronto, took him to a Leafs-Panthers game. It was game 4 or 5 where they got blown out 6-1, and people were literally leaving the stadium. Like it was... Had some rough times there. Anyways. Let's get into our next guest here. Our favorite little frat boy. You've seen him weekly on the Circles Off YouTube channel, on Circle Back. Kirk, how's it going, my friend?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Posture check. You sitting up straight?
Nah.
Why not?
Actually, let me get a little higher.
There we go. Do a little bit of adjusting.
Tilt the camera a little.
Do a little bit of adjusting.
Yeah, Jacob never likes it when I'm doing.
No, I hate it. Jacob, I hate it too. You listen to me. We're
No,
matching today.
I don't care about.
Okay. All right. Are you? Chat is quickly asking. Are you model maxing today?
What does that mean?
Like you don't know any of the maxing, mogging stuff.
It's just like
clavicular. No, just we've coined the term model maxing now in sports betting. Like it's when you're like improving your model and like using it to bet, like because top down or bottom up betting is model maxing. That's what we're calling it now.
I'm market maxing.
Market maxing is top down, bottom up is model maxing.
Got it. No, I'm enjoying this weekend. I woke up 30 minutes ago. Walked to the espresso store.
We called it. We called it pre-show.
I fucking knew it. I knew it. I was telling these guys when I come in today, I'm like, every time I message you the night before, we're like, just quick rundown of like loosely what we're going to talk about. Then we confirm in the morning. But I always have to look at you with your espresso. Then I have to wait until like 10 minutes before the show for you to respond to me, be like, yeah, I'm good with all that. It's like,
no. Sorry. We need to clarify. Today, I woke up 30 minutes ago. Most of the time, I'm just ignoring you until the show is closed.
You told me that I have not bad messages, but I need to be more selective with my messages when I message you. You don't understand that.
I said you have to. You're Andy Dwyer from The Office in the episode where Daryl tells him like you got to be more selective. Like I'm watching Team Canada play hockey for the first time in what 12 years?
A year.
12 years.
4 Nations.
No.
Well, Olympic. No, also, it's not a fake tournament. Why didn't Ian come on here and say it was a fake tournament?
I watched the under 12 Team Canada. So
no, the 4 Nations is real. Wait, hold on. But still, fine. I'll let it slide. Olympics.
Hockey.
All right, I'll let it slide.
What? 14 years last time?
12
years. I got a message. How's your posture? Like, what are we doing here? You freaked me out. I'm like, fuck. I thought I'm on the daily tomorrow. I wasn't prepared for it at all, obviously, and I wanted to watch Canada, and I was like, oh crap, I have to do it now. And it turned out it was just you being annoying.
I wasn't being annoying. I care about your posture because we were. I don't know how much you can say, but we have like I know you record. I guess we can say that you guys recorded a Circles Off video that's going to come out in our little studio over here, not in the Circle Back studio. And we're just talking. Me and DJ were talking. You slouch too much, so I just want to make sure that your back's okay. You're a tall guy. You want that back to be fresh.
What does slouching too much mean? Like, I get slouching isn't like thought of as like a good thing, but like, why is it bad?
I don't know. You can hurt your back. I'm just looking.
I don't think there's any science.
Yes, there is. Are you kidding me? For sure.
Let's see.
For sure.
No.
Anyways, I'll look into the research for you a little bit later. I'll get my friends on it who like do doctor stuff, whatever doctors do. Anyways,
your friends who do doctor stuff.
All right, let's get into things for today. There's a couple things that I want to cover here. All-Star game. You want to talk about the Unrivaled tournament. I'll let you sort of pick what you want to lead with. Let's go with the Unrivaled because there's so much stuff to talk about here.
100%. Unrivaled.
Talk to me about this tournament. I'm fresh to this.
So you didn't see what happened on Twitter?
No.
2 nights ago.
What happened?
So I couldn't get down on this. Like I just don't. My FanDuel is banned, and I would never bet on another one, obviously.
Mm.
And it was just I couldn't really get down on the matchups. So, but I want to sweat them. Like I had opinions on a bunch of them. So I started tweeting what I thought was a good bet in a thread, and then I went 0-4.
Okay. So you wanted to come on. Honestly, this is so odd. Are you sure you win, by the way?
Nah.
Because this is your brand. It's like you come on this show, you lose, and then that's it.
Yeah, no, I actually have no idea. I mean, if I put a bet into the air,
it's gone. It's lost.
it is an auto loss.
You need to start tweet them out and start marking them down as losses, and just don't even check.
No, it makes no sense. But who knows? Maybe I'm just a fake share.
Yeah. Are you superstitious at all?
Oh, you guys were talking about that. I have like a weird one where I don't like not letting a song end. I feel like that gives me bad juju.
So you like sit in the car until the song's over, type of thing.
Yeah.
That's such a weird. You say I'm weird. You're so much weirder than me. All right, let's get into the 1v1 tournament. We're in the second round right now, the Unrivaled. Talk to me about.
So let me
send me
give you
some losers. Yeah, okay.
Let me give you a bit of an overview of this tournament.
Okay.
Unrivaled, for people who don't know, is like a off-season league that a few WNBA players started. So it's a 3-on-3 basketball league, and then now they do a 1-on-1 tournament for prize money. It is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually so good to watch. I'm sad for anyone who hasn't watched it. They have the rules like down perfectly. It's not like just like dribble. It's a 7-second shot clock. You pretty much have one move, maybe a counter. You need to get a shot up. The only problem this year, which I think was a big mistake on their part, is they did like positional pods. So like last year was like you could get big versus small versus big, but now that only is going to happen in the final four.
Mm.
But yeah, that's what it is. Tonight is round 2. And there are a lot of matchups, and I think we should just go through, and I have a lot of bets I like.
Let's fire away. Obviously, bet this stuff responsibly, because with Kirk's record, it's going to be a bloody night tonight for us. So I'm doing a horrible job of selling this, but no, Kirk, I have to remind everyone who comes on that you actually are, well, I think, in my opinion, you're sharp. I've seen some of the stuff that you've done. We'll call it that. And yeah.
Can I? No, I shouldn't do this live on the show. I wasn't gonna do. That seems like a bad idea. I was just gonna send you something that I think would. Yeah, I don't think it'll take long. Don't. No, I take it back.
It's okay.
I was just gonna send you my Polymarket profit loss.
Oh, it's probably. Is it as deep in the red as Mr. Peanut Butter and Fluff?
No, it's
good.
I actually am pretty good at that.
Okay. I will say you could have gotten like a lot more green if you listened to me about Diego Pavia and you let me use your Polymarket. But anyways, this is a whole other thing. Unrivaled tournament. We're off track. Let's get back on track. Let's get on the rails here. Kelsey Mitchell, Veronica Burton. Do you have a bet in this matchup?
So Veronica Burton came on last year, had an amazing year after being she was a high round pick, but kind of didn't work her first 3 years. I think she is a like good in this tournament, but Kelsey's just has a bit too much offense, a bit too fast. So I think that's pretty fair. This is a no bet for me.
Okay, no bet. Kelsey Plum. Natisha.
Yeah. Well, let's go through each one. Like I want to break down my thoughts.
Okay.
And I know you only want the bets, so like I'm not going to tell you if I have a bet on a match or not.
Okay.
Until I say yes, this is a bet.
All right, Natisha Heidemann, Kelsey Plum. I'm gonna guess you bet Natisha here.
So Kelsey's just a completely elite offensive player, but kind of the meta in one-on-one basketball is like, so you want to be able to get to your spot with ball handling. Obviously, shooting ability is really important, but strength is massive. And also what I've come to realize is that stamina also plays a huge part, especially for the bigs. But Heidemann kind of just doesn't really have anything. Like, she's a decent ball handler and has some shooting ability, but like not really high level at all. So she's not really what you're looking for in an underdog. So this is a no bet for me.
All right, no bet for you. Paige Bucher, the favorite to win the tournament. What did I pronounce your name wrong?
You said Bucher.
Buchers.
Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off is what you said.
What's
it's Beckers.
Beckers. Well, you can see why I would pronounce that wrong. Get rid of the U. And anyways, Paige Beckers, Arike Ogunbowale.
So I actually bet against. Yes, Dara Ogunbowale.
Is that cousin, sister?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah. I like how I get Bucher's wrong, but not Ogunbowale. But anyways.
So I actually bet against Arike.
Okay.
But she looked last round, not this round. She looked really, really good. And she, like, Paige is a far, they play on the same team. Paige is a far superior actual basketball player. But I'm not that convinced that Paige is that advantaged in this tournament. She is a bit smaller, a bit weaker. And yeah, she can get to like her midi pretty much any time, but I think is like maybe the most talented player in the WNBA. She just like has really bad basketball IQ and likes taking insane shots. But basketball IQ the importance of it goes significantly down in one-on-one. Like you're just kind of get into your shot. So I actually think Arike should be a small favorite here. First bet of the day, Arike Ogunbowale plus
right.
132.
Arike Ogunbowale plus 132 is plus 132. There's no other props on this. It's just head-to-head matchups and
It's just a head-to-head good little money line.
Love it. All right. Next one we have Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young.
Yeah, so teammates as well. I bet against Chelsea Gray last round as well. I'm going to be doing it again. Jackie just is in so much better shape than Chelsea. Chelsea's strong, but she's a bit older and she's like a bit bigger. Jackie's really she's shorter, but she's really stout. Can shoot. She's a super talented player. She's the only person left who I bet to win the tournament. So, Jackie Young minus 130.
All right, Jackie Young minus 130. Would you still bet her to win the tournament right now at the 14-1?
I think I would actually rather bet Arike at 16-1 currently.
Okay. All right. Arike Ogunbowale 16-1 for some outrights. Brianna Stewart, Aaliyah Boston, two names that I know. Aaliyah Boston, tall, strong, fits the mold of like we'll call it the underdog that you mentioned before, plus 118. Is that where you're siding here?
No, I'm betting on Brianna Stewart. Minus 158. I think that I agree with you, but you need to have some handle, and Aaliyah's more of just like a true center. I think she maybe is going to be able to put Brianna in the basket, but Stewie's just so much more mobile, but is also quite big and has an insane wingspan. And I think Aaliyah is really going to gas out, and Stewie has just. I think the stamina here is just a really big mismatch. So yeah, I'll take Stewie minus 158.
All right, Stewie minus 158 because she has that long wingspan to frame mog Aaliyah Boston, and she's stamina maxing her way to a win.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
All right, Aaliyah Edwards, Shakira Austin. Talk us through these two.
Yeah. This one, I think, is no bet. If I had to bet, it would be Shakira. But Aaliyah is like she profiles really well in this tournament. I think it would be no bet.
All right, no bet. On to the next one. Two matchups left. Alicia Gray, Sania Rivers.
Sonia. Alicia Gray is just a lot better. Like I'm just not going to release a minus 205 on this show. But I do think she probably takes it home pretty easily.
All right, last one here. Sonia Citron, Ray Burrell.
You are not a great reader.
Where did I go wrong here?
I really like Sonia Citron as a player. She's just an incredible shooter. She isn't like super well equipped in this tournament, but I just don't think Ray Burrell is really on the same level of her as a basketball player. So I'm minus 114. I think you ought to be betting Sonia Citron.
All right, Sonia Citron. I also said both those names right. What are you like giving me?
You struggled on Burrell.
Yeah, you threw me off with Beckers, because her nickname is Paige Buckets. So why wouldn't it be Buckers or Bukers or instead of Beck? Anyways, let's quickly run through Arike Ogunbowale plus 132. Jackie Young did move, but I think you got some. Moved the other way. Might have moved in favor for us. Jackie Young minus 148. Is that still good?
No.
I think she was she 152?
She was minus 130.
Oh, she's 148.
Yeah, minus 148. Still good.
Still good. All right, Brianna Stewart minus 151. Alicia Gray minus 205. You don't want to lay 205, but I'm going to stick it in there as well. Sonia Citron minus 114. You can combine those all together. 5-leg parlay, 16-1. If you have a little profit boost on FanDuel, go lay it on that.
Oh wow, they let you parlay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did I unlock something for you there?
That's right. I think they didn't let you do that last round.
Well, they did for this. Hopefully they don't take it away. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Sonia Citron moved to minus 130 as well.
And
who's clicking this stuff?
The FanDuel maxes are not bad at all here.
Yeah. Like you can get.
I maybe shouldn't have done this.
Oh man, Kirk, you owe me dinner.
I don't think I would have done this if I knew that they could be parlay.
All right. Well, there you go. That's good news for the chat. Hopefully, chat can go hammer that as well. Kirk, I still have you for a couple more minutes. I asked you to. I also promised the people to be in the lab. That you were going to be in the lab. I told them I chained you to your desk for 48 hours, and I wanted you to come with an all-star game. Any form of prop. It could be the 3-point contest. It could be the dunk contest. It could be the all-star game. USA Stars, USA Stripes, USA Stars versus World. Whatever you want to talk about. All-star MVP. Did you cook up anything for us, or you just completely ignored my text message?
No, completely ignored, for sure. I have not bet anything for the All-Star yet, but like we can go through it and talk it through. I do think I have some opinions, but the thing is, like, I actually also kind of want to bet some stuff, so I don't want to be giving away too much. The 3-point contest, to me, I think it's like I think they just did a really good job pricing it. Nothing really jumps out. If I had a bet right now for the 3-point contest, I probably would take Norm at these odds.
Okay, plus 950.
He's been in it once, and he just did a bad job last year. But I have it that the more you do the contest, the better you do. Typically, like, it's not like a super significant effect, but it also intuitively makes sense, so I buy it. I just kind of have him in this group of like the Booker, Murray, Maxey, Mitchell group, and you're getting him at just like, on FanDuel, he's 10.5 to 1. Con, Con is an insanely good shooter. He's also a rookie. It's definitely a very under the lights competition as well. I don't think I could be betting him at plus 270, but it's just everyone is. I don't really have that much of a take on all these guys because they're all quite good. Like there's no one who I'm like, oh, this guy's just getting bet up because of his name or whatever. They're just, it's a really big name 3-point contest this year. So normally, like, you would have like, let's say like a Luke Kennard versus a Devin Booker, and Luke Kennard probably profiles better in this event, but Booker is kind of more known name and would get priced a bit heavier because of that. But they're all really big names other than Bobby Portis. I think Bobby Portis could do decent in this competition, to be fair. But yeah, I don't have that much of a take. Lillard is gonna be interesting. He's a second favorite coming off a torn Achilles, but I think that's pretty reasonable. He's been unbelievable in this contest, and he's been able to shoot. Like I don't think it's that much of like a stamina contest. So yeah, I don't have any really spicy takes for this tournament.
All right, 3-point contest, nothing interesting there. Any opinion on the new format of the All-Star game? Also, did you see Nick Wright's take on improving the All-Star game? Do you agree with him? He's usually an idiot, but saw some people saying maybe.
What's the take?
He won
first black.
Yeah, which is crazy to say, but yeah.
That was real?
Yeah. Why, you thought that was AI?
I thought it was just fake. I thought it was just like almost like an NBA Sentinel. He wanted to white versus blacks NBA All-Star game.
Yeah,
that's truly remarkable that he said that.
It's one of those things that, like, yes, it's true that would be a far more competitive game, but also they obviously are never going to do that. So, it's like the NBA would literally cancel the All-Star game.
Obviously,
they decided to do that. But yeah, I think this is a great format.
Yeah,
I think that it's going to be if you've been I think it's going to be more serious this year.
Okay,
guy, you've been wrong for the last 20 straight years.
But this is the year.
So
except that 1 year, 2020, it was the 1 year.
Yeah, I think it's going to be much more serious.
Okay.
I really do. I like this format. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be a great All-Star game, actually. Like that's a hot take because there's like Jacob said, there's been one good All-Star game in the last 25 years. I think the mix of the Olympics is going on right now, which USA versus the world, like you kind of get to like group it into the Olympics a little bit.
Okay.
There's obviously some US Canada animosity, US world animosity, and I think in basketball as well, there's now kind of this like the U.S. is the dominant force, but these other guys are like all the best players in the world are not U.S. born.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's also a natural thing of, when you're from France, like Wemby, or you're from Canada, like Jamal Murray, and you get to play the top players who are going to be wearing a USA jersey. Like, I just don't see how that doesn't get the juices flowing somewhat. It might be LeBron's last All-Star game. There's just been so much. There's been some if you've been following along, some chirps here and there as well. Wemby said he's going to take it seriously. Durant called out Jokic and Luka by name, said that they never take it seriously.
Okay.
Luka also is hurt, so I think that him just he's probably not going to play.
Okay.
So him just not playing is going to increase it. Like the problem is, it's like if you're Wemby and you want to take it seriously, like even Wemby doesn't really have the cachet, the stature to be like Luka and Jokic, like take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But if Luka's hurt and Jokic is kind of like, fuck it, I'll play like for a minute and not really care. Then like Wemby, obviously, if he's the leader over Norm Powell, Cat, Jamal Murray. Like those guys will fall in line if he's going to try hard. And I think that people kind of took it the wrong way as well, of like Wemby saying he's going to try hard, kind of blaming them, and these other guys were like, why the hell are you blaming us? And then, these guys are insanely competitive. So once the jabs kind of start flowing, it doesn't take a lot for it to become a bit serious. So, yeah, I think we're in for a great All-Star game. I think USA versus USA Stripes maybe is going to be a bit of a dud. But once the world starts getting in there, I think it's going to be interesting.
All right, it's going to be fun to watch. How is Norman Powell on Team World? I thought he was born in the USA.
There's some of these guys who I think his dad's Jamaican.
Jamaica.
Okay,
I think he either wants to or already represents Jamaica at the FIBA level.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah,
okay.
A lot of the world guys have dropped out, like Giannis,
yes,
Shea.
yes, yeah. It's a damn shame because they would have absolutely dominated with those guys.
Well, no, I just don't really think exactly like.
Yeah,
Luka is like a massive net negative in an All-Star game. So him not having I think makes the world much more likely.
Interesting. I don't know if you remember, they did this like in, like maybe before we were. Oh no, they did this like a couple years ago. They did Team North America versus Team World for hockey. They did like that little tournament. That was electric. Maybe they got to organize a tournament like that for the NBA.
The Four Nations, obviously,
yeah.
It's not exactly this.
Yeah.
I guess there's no way they're doing it. But what they should do is Team World wears their country's jersey.
Ooh.
That's 100% what should happen. They're not, because they like selling jerseys, so I'm sure.
Maybe just stick a flag on there or something. Like.
I hope so, because you put on your nation's jersey, like it's hard to be like, I'm not going to try it all.
Yeah. All right. We'll curb the NBA All-Star Game talk because I have to ask you about wearing your team's jersey, Team Canada in the Olympics. Ice hockey, you're a fan. I know you're a hockey guy at heart. You used to work in that field for a little bit. We'll call it that. What's your opinion on this whole Binnington situation?
Yeah, I look. I don't have a good I don't follow the league. Like I'm following this really, really closely.
Yeah,
like, I really love Team Canada. I'm cheering very, very hard. I said yesterday that I think Team Canada winning this tournament will rival to me a Toronto sports team winning a championship. Like that's how bad I want us to win. But that being said, I'm not like in the ins and outs, but my understanding is that Logan Thompson's name, right?
Yeah.
That he's a superior goalie. So, I'm not sure that giving Binnington it's kind of the reasons that you hear for when you're making a really bad decision of he's been there before. He's been our guy. How can we go against the guy who's done this for us before versus, okay, who's the actual best goalie? But in a tournament like this, realistically, it's the goaltending part's going to be a lot of area.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm not up in arms about it, but him getting the shutout, he was pretty good yesterday. I thought he was a bit shaky, to be fair, on some plays. I'm not sure that's really a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be harder to go away from him, but
No, they're gonna stick with them the whole way. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I think they are very likely to stick with them.
yeah. John Cooper said, what was it? He made the decision 358 days ago when they
won,
yeah. Well, he did I like to remind people he looked good in that tournament. He wasn't bad in the tournament. He plays on like one of the worst teams in the league. Like, that's the factors for a goaltender, in my opinion, at least. If you were watching the show on Tuesday, you would have a little plus 300 win in your pocket, but you don't tail my bet, so you wouldn't have that.
You had him as starting game one?
No, it's to record a shutout in the tournament. And it cashed.
Great bet.
Thank you. Famously on the show last week, you said if you ever had a gun to your head and you had to tail or fade me, you would instantly fade me. And you're now 0-2 on fades in the last 2 bets I gave out on this show. Under 38.5 cashes, under 38.5 first down cashes for the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, you're JSN to win the MVP, blah, blah, blah.
That's a misrepresentation.
We can pull the tapes. What are you talking about? It's a misrepresentation.
I didn't say that no matter the bet.
But a bet that I originate.
But no.
You said a bet that I originate.
That because I knew the specific bet. It was like the first down bet, right?
Yes.
Like that's like kind of a complicated problem, and not necessarily a market that I thought you had dug into. So if I had a gun to my head, I would have thought that one was negative EV. Canada didn't get a shutout. That one, you could convince me. Yeah. I don't think every bet you make is negative EV.
Okay, just most of them. Just most of the ones I originate.
I would need to hear the market. If you gave me the market,
okay,
I feel like I would have pretty good confidence as to if it was negative or positive EV.
All right, let's see if we can dig in and find one here for you for the Olympics today. Before we do that, though, Jacob, I want you to jump on because I tasked you. Jacob's final show, by the way, here on the Hammer Daily. He's passing off producer roles to Mike. Jacob, jump up in here. I have tasked you with making a bet on the All-Star game.
You know what? I didn't know Doncic was hurt, which significantly affects my handicap. I just wanted to fade Team World, but the fact that Doncic isn't playing makes me no longer want to fade
I'm
Team
not
World.
Sure he's not playing. They haven't replaced him, but he missed like the last 5 games. I can't imagine.
So he's starting, right? So
I
mean, they named starters, but like the teams
like,
are weird because there's 3 teams, so I don't really know.
I would be surprised if he played more than like a few minutes.
Yeah, so that definitely helps out Team World because Wemby's going to try. Jokic and Doncic being quote unquote starters was a factor because I basically just want to fade them every All-Star weekend, and this year it's a bit tougher to do that. I was hoping for some props just to see if we could go against them. But okay, if I had to make a bet with this field, I kind of agree that the 3-point contest is kind of priced accordingly. Although I don't agree that Bobby Portis could win. I think he's by far the worst, and he's priced as so. If I had to make a bet,
I think he's the worst for sure. But like, I just think
I cannot see him winning.
I think his odds are like pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
like I definitely
plus 1,600 is reasonable.
I wouldn't be like hammering them now.
If I had to make a bet, I'd bet USA Stars plus 2.5 against World. But again, Doncic not being in factors a little bit against that. If I had to make a bet, I'm not betting this personally.
All right, good stuff there from the boys.
Sorry, giving you nothing.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I tasked you. You didn't really come home with it, but it's okay.
I'd like some more markets.
Before. Yeah. Are there going to be points markets, by the way? Points, rebounds, assists, PRA stuff? Is there usually stuff?
I would guess so. The problem is it's a weird game. So.
Yes.
Well, that only helps. The fact that it's a new tournament, it'll be tougher to price out the gate. So.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm saying I don't know if they're gonna put that. Up.
If there's stuff up, I'm definitely looking at Jokic and Doncic unders because every year.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they still don't adjust enough.
All right. Good stuff there. I'm going to originate a little prop for you. We're going to go Macklin Celebrini anytime goal. He repeats again. Going to score again for us. You're plus 180 at FanDuel. Would you bet that one, the one that I originated right now against the Switzerland team that Canada plays at 310?
No.
You wouldn't bet that?
I hope it happens. I'm cheering hard for Canada. But
why not just take him MVP at this point if he scores again?
I really think if Canada wins, it's almost like McDavid's award or McKinnon's award to lose. Like there's like very... If Macklin Celebrini's scoring, by default, also Connor McDavid is because they're playing on the same line.
McDavid assist?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he's getting the goals.
That's fair.
He scored first game,
right?
I
actually agree with you here, Jason, that not... I think you're going to have a huge lift.
Yeah.
For
like
for McDavid or like one of the stars, very likely.
The only way for those two guys to lose is someone needs to have like a legit like maybe like, to be fair, Macklin Celebrini is the player who maybe can do that. He does have the story. He's 19 years old, right? Like if he does have a tournament, if he's leading the team by a significant amount of points, if he looks great, like that's fine.
It's quite unlikely that he'll be leading the team by. He's not on PP1.
Yeah,
you know,
fair. The only other guy who could probably take it is Binnington if he like just continues to get shots.
I was thinking Binnington for sure.
Yeah.
Could win it.
But
depends if he gets to France game. I don't think he will.
I don't know if that will factor in. I think they'll probably wait the last game more. I don't know. Anyways, I don't think these markets are listed yet, so we got to wait until the end of the day if we can even bet this stuff. But I don't even know if they're reposting
MVPs.
Them. Yeah,
you can bet MVP.
Am I just
no? But there's a game live.
There's a game
right now, right?
Czechia and France.
Happened. So yeah, I think they pull a lot of these markets as games are going.
I'm pretty sure you can bet it right now.
You sure? I do not. I see like most like goal scorers, but I do not see MVP.
Let me see.
You can
bet Celebrini right now at plus 3,000.
How did you pronounce that?
Celebrini.
You give me so much flack for that. I finally get one back. Macklin Celebrini.
It's an Italian name. No way it's pronounced like that.
It's Celebrini.
I don't believe it.
What's Binnington? Oh, Binnington's 14-1. Never mind. Cancel. Would not take the 14-1 right now. Should have been probably pre-tournament. Probably higher up there. Anyways. Kirk, appreciate you joining the show. Any final thoughts before you head out here? What are you going to do during this little next Monday when you don't get to see me in office? You know, we're not doing like what are you going to do?
Hang out. I don't know.
All right. Maybe hit me up. Maybe
it's a bit exhausting. I'm happy to have a bit of a break.
Okay. Maybe hit me up and we'll hang out.
Maybe.
Minus 2,000. No. Anyways, Kirk, appreciate you joining the show. Enjoy your little frat activities you're getting up to today.
Later, guys.
See ya. Appreciate you. Great stuff there from Kirk. As always, good friend of the show. Hopefully I can say that. It's fun. I get to bug my coworkers all the time, and I call them friends, but they low-key hate me. It's fine. Love Kirk. Great stuff there. As always, do us a favor. Smash the like button down below. If you're new to the channel, as well, hit the subscribe button. It goes a long way. Share it with a friend. We're going on a little content freeze. Quick reminder, today is Friday.
Maybe you are.
Well, not a content freeze, but like this channel is going on a content freeze. We're not releasing content on this channel for the next week. Taking a little bit of time to reset and get things going.
Circles Off his videos coming.
Circles Off has coming.
1 p.m. next week there's a video, and 1 p.m. on Friday there's going to be a video.
We still got stuff coming out, but again, we talked about it on the show. Little content freeze here on the channel. Do us a huge favor. If you can share, it does mean a lot. If you can get your friends to subscribe over that time, it does mean a lot. It does do a lot for us here because we don't want to kill the momentum that we've been getting. Chat's been incredible, as always. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Word of the day. Let's go with rivalry. Rivalry is the word of the day based on a little bit of unrivaled tournament. So rivalry word of the day. Drop in the comment section down below. I see you guys commenting that stuff all the time. Terrible word choice yesterday. I promised to fix it today. Don't type that in the chat, Jacob. Anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to miss you guys so much next week, but we'll be back 2 weeks from now.
We're working hard behind the scenes. Just know that.
Oh, yeah. Rejuvenated, ready to go. And that Monday show when we're first back is going to hit like some next level crack. Before we head out, shout out to Nick. Shout out to Kirk for coming on. Let's watch the Daytona 500, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. Make sure you guys tune into that. It's going to be fun. Give you all the bets. Enjoy it. But yeah. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Appreciate the guests come on. Appreciate Jacob. Everyone say bye to Jacob. Bye, Jacob. Last time on the show, bye, Jacob. Hopefully you see him on here again as a guest, maybe sitting in the chair beside me. He'll be right there. He'll be right here. And I can bug him about maybe NBA draft or NBA playoffs. Something along those lines. We'll figure it out. Anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. This has been the Friday, February 13th edition of the Hammer Daily here on the Hammer Betting Network, presented by FanDuel. We will see you guys right here in 2 weeks.